like this. You start by secretly creating a problem in the world and making sure someone else is blamed for it in the public arena, in the public mind. It could be a run on a currency, it could be a government collapse, at its most extreme it could be a war, because the two world wars in this century were funded, all sides were funded by the same people. Provable. The same people that funded the Allies
We all know about predictive programming. It's like The Simpsons predicts everything, but it's not a prediction. It's just an agenda. They are showing us things that are going to happen in the future because it's an agenda that's playing out. Let's take a look at this magazine cover. This is from 1988, The Economist. Get ready for a world currency. The magazine cover shows a phoenix bird rising from the ashes of burning American money. At the center of the page, a bronze coin engraved with the words, 10 Phoenix 2018 shines bright. The cover advertises the magazine's leading story, in which the author suggests a single unified currency could ease international financial woes. The article's author, anonymous behind an editorial team alias, envisages a modern world connected like never before. Instead of the yen or dollar or rupee, the Phoenix coin would dominate. There would be no need for expensive international currency transfers or cumbersome money wires. Everyone would be using the same coin, the Phoenix coin. Check this out. I want you to take note of this logo, okay? When the movie Interstellar rolled out, the same logo is on the front cover of this movie. Now, what a lot of people don't know is this is the same logo for Stellar. So think about this for a second. In the second movie cover, Interstellar, they have Stellar highlighted right here. So, what do you think they're trying to tell you? Take another look. Maybe it's just a coincidence, or maybe it's predictive programming at its finest. Predictive programming is a theory that the government or other higher-ups are using fictional movies or books as a mass mind control tool. to make the population more accepting of planned future events. This was first described and proposed by researcher Alan Watt, who defines predictive programming as predictive programming is a subtle form of psychological conditioning provided by the media to acquaint the public with planned societal changes to be implemented by our leaders. If and when these changes are put through, the public will already be familiarized with them and will accept them as natural progressions, thus lessening possible public resistance and commotion. The most notable cases of predictive programming are the examples found in The Simpsons, The Dark Knight Rises, The Hunger Games, and The Oldest Being from Futility. 30 years from now, Americans, Japanese, Europeans, and people in many other rich countries, and some relatively poor ones, will probably be paying for their shopping with the same currency. Prices will not be quoted in dollars, yen, or D-marks, but in, let's say, the Phoenix. The Phoenix will be favored by companies and shoppers because it will be more convenient than today's national currencies, which by then will seem a quaint cause of much disruption to economic life in the late 20th century, says the first paragraph of the article. The Phoenix Zone would impose tight constraints on national governments. There would be no such thing, for instance, as national monetary policy. The world Phoenix supply would be fixed by a new central bank, descended perhaps from the IMF. The world inflation rate, and hence, within narrow margins, each national inflation rate, would be in its charge. Each country could use taxes and public spending to offset temporary falls in demand, but it would have to borrow rather than print money to finance its budget deficit. With no recourse to the inflation tax, governments and their creditors would be forced to judge their borrowing and lending plans more carefully than they do today. This means a big loss of economic sovereignty, but the trends that make the Phoenix so appealing are taking that sovereignty away in any case. Now listen to this. The Phoenix would probably start as a cocktail of national currencies, just as the special drawing right is today. In time, though, its value against national currencies would cease to matter, because people would choose it for its convenience and the stability of its purchasing power. And now, the most important part. The alternative to preserve policymaking autonomy would involve a new proliferation of truly draconian controls on trade and capital flows. This course offers governments a splendid time. They could manage exchange rate movements, deploy monetary and fiscal policy without inhibition. It is a growth-crippling prospect. Pencil in the Phoenix for around 2018, and welcome it when it comes. Interesting, huh?
Have that challenge too. Gotta build products that people need and want to solve problems that they actually have. And when we look at this network and we look at this ecosystem, we are all working together to do something good. We talk about at SDF using blockchain, using Stellar for good. It doesn't mean that you all have to have the same mission, but the thing is we're solving problems. We're solving real world problems that people have in all of these different geographies across the world.
That's what it means to use this technology for good. We are helping to solve financial access. Even if that is not the mission of your company, that is what we are doing with this technology.
Is Pi related to Stellar Token? Yes, it is. So Pi was created, it was forked from, if you want to say it that way, it was created from Stellar. Stellar is an open source crypto. It's made for being a payment mechanism. And the core team, and this is not a secret, they've disclosed this, they took Stellar's code and based Pi network off of it. So it's sort of like a fork of it. So yeah, and that really let them speed up their development process of what all it's doing, right? So Pi is using, it's not Stellar, but it's based on Stellar. That's the best way.
And cryptocurrency are the future of the global financial system. In general, fintech lowers the barriers to entry to the traditional financial system and offers all consumers, no matter where they are, the ability to access convenient financial services at low competitive costs. Cryptocurrency is no exception, as we have seen from the huge consumer demand for these innovative assets backed by technology that is permissionless, open, and private. Cryptocurrency allows people to transact with each other in real time across borders for very little cost in a way that is so transparent and verifiable that it maintains more trust, actually more trust, than traditional financial transactions with a third-party intermediary. Most importantly, cryptocurrency and blockchain technology unlock access to opportunity. The open source nature of these technologies offer millions of Americans the opportunity to study the underlying code, develop blockchain projects, and launch their own businesses, all without having to ask anyone for permission. That's an incredible opportunity. Over the last tech and cryptocurrencies are the future of finance. But we're missing out as a country because American entrepreneurs are still unsure of how to navigate our existing regulatory system. This means high-tech jobs are going overseas and capital formation opportunities for everyday Americans are being missed. All part of the chilling effect that comes when we do not answer the questions that industry leaders and consumers are begging for.